There's a harsh truth: life doesn't give you what you want, it only gives you what you deserve. I've seen that happen again and again for years. People running all day, busy from morning till night, but by the weekend, all they have is exhaustion, not progress. They see their jam-packed schedule as proof of success. But in reality, that's the trap of our age. Too much activity, too little achievement, too much running, too little reaching, too much effort, but too little result. Do you see yourself in that? You burn energy, but don't get any closer to the life you want? You try hard, but you don't arrive. And one day you look back and ask, why does everything I do not add up to what I want? I used to be like you. I once thought the key was to work more, stay up later, sacrifice harder. But then I discovered something that changed my life completely. Effort doesn't create success. Systems create success. There's a formula, not a secret, but a set of principles that if you practice daily, step by step, you'll multiply the value of every hour, every minute you spend. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 6 principles that create massive productivity, helping you stop being busy and start being truly effective. Stay until the end, because principle #6 could change your life before it's too late. Now let's begin where all great things begin. Clarity of goals. Principle 1, clarity of goals. You will never reach your destination if you don't know where you're going. I've met countless people who work tirelessly every day. They rush through life at full speed, always busy from dawn till dusk. Their packed schedule makes them believe they're progressing. But by the weekend, they feel only one thing: exhaustion, and nothing has changed. That's one of the silent tragedies of our time. People are busy doing things that lead them nowhere. Because movement without direction is just depletion. No matter how fast you run, if you're running the wrong way, you just reach the wrong place faster. I remember a young entrepreneur who once came to me. He worked over 10 hours a day. His meetings never stopped. He said, "Sir, I'm doing everything I can, but why isn't my life getting any better?" I asked him just one question: what do you really want to achieve in the next year? He went silent, not because it was a hard question, but because he had never truly asked himself that. He had lots of activity, but no direction. He worked endlessly, but didn't know what for. And that's why his results were always vague. Many people say they want success, happiness, freedom. But that's not a goal. That's a vague hope. A goal only becomes real when it is specific, measurable, time-bound, and written down. I often tell my students, don't just think about your goals, write them down. Because when you write your goals down, you give your mind a compass. Suddenly, the world around you changes. You start noticing opportunities you used to miss. You boldly say no to things unrelated to your goals. Your time becomes more valuable than ever. Clear goals create something powerful. Priorities. Every decision becomes much simpler. Does this move me closer to my goal? If yes, focus. If no, eliminate. Because every time you say yes to something meaningless, you're saying no to something important. And when you dare to choose what's right, you will notice something magical. Your confidence grows, your steps become firmer, and every day you live has real meaning. So stop and ask yourself today, 1 year from now, where do I want to stand, and have I written it down yet? If not, don't be surprised if your life still stays stuck. Remember, this success doesn't begin with action, it begins with direction. Goals are what activate your inner power. They turn you from someone swept away by life into someone steering it. But clarity alone isn't enough. Everyone has dreams. What makes the difference is the step you repeat every single day toward that dream. And to turn what you want into what you do, we need the next principle: daily discipline, non-negotiable habits. Right now, let's move on to principle 2, where every dream begins transforming into tangible achievement. Principle 2, discipline daily habits. Once you know what you want, the next step is to turn that desire into daily repeated action. Because goals don't create change, habits do. Successful people don't just have big dreams, they have small disciplines that turn those dreams into results. I used to think success had to be something complicated: grand strategies, bold plans, rare opportunities. But after years of observation, I discovered something shockingly simple. Success is just a few right habits consistently repeated over a long enough time. A young man once told me, "I have clear goals, sir, but why am I not progressing?" I asked. "So what do you do every day to move closer to those goals?" He looked down. Not because he didn't know what to do, but because he didn't stick with it. Many people fail not because they lack knowledge. They fail because they lack the habits to sustain that knowledge. You can read for 5 hours one day, then go 3 months without reading and nothing will change. But read 10 pages a day for 365 days and you'll become a completely different person. Success doesn't come from occasional breakthroughs, but from consistent discipline. I once coached a young, enthusiastic salesperson. One week he called clients like crazy, the next he lost motivation and did nothing. No surprise, his results went up and down like a roller coaster. He had motivation, but no habits. Then I met another man. He set one rule: make 10 calls every day before lunch, no matter what, rain or shine, tired or not, in the mood or not, 10 calls every day. And those small 10 calls built into a steady client, stream stable income, and outstanding performance. You see, the problem isn't that you don't know what to do. The problem is whether you do it every day, because discipline is the pen that writes your destiny, and habits are the blueprint of your future. A small discipline today can create extraordinary strength tomorrow. Conversely, one small bad habit can destroy the life you're building. 1 soda a day, 1 hour scrolling each night, one promise to yourself you don't keep. It all seems harmless today. But over 5 or 10 years, the story changes completely. So tonight ask yourself, are my habits pulling me closer to my goals or pushing me further away? If you don't control your habits will control you. Now you have clear goals, you have the right habits. But if time isn't on your side, everything you do will still slip away. So, to protect what you're building, you'll need Principle 3, the weapon that helps you master the most valuable thing in lifetime. Principle 3, master your time. Time is the fairest resource life gives us. Everyone gets the same 24 hours, the rich and the poor, the successful and the struggling, the extraordinary achievers, and those whose lives have stayed the same for years. What separates them is not how many hours they have in a day, but how they invest those hours. I once asked someone, "This year, did you actually live another year? Or just repeat last year one more time?" His answer was a sad smile. He had been busy, but not progressing. Because busyness is the enemy of progress when there is no selection. So many people live in reaction mode. They open emails the moment they arrive. They answer calls the moment the phone rings. They say yes to every request. Other people's urgencies become their priorities. They wake up each morning, let life decide their schedule. And then they're surprised when every night feels draining and directionless. You can't manage time. Time will flow whether you act or not, but you can manage yourself within time. I once met a business owner in California. Every week he was so busy he could barely breathe. Yet his company wasn't growing. He said, "I'm doing everything I can." I replied, "You're busy working in your business, but you're not spending time working on your business." The moment he understood that, everything changed. He began blocking 2 hours each week just for thinking, planning, and strategy. That single decision transformed his entire company. That is mastery of time, knowing what deserves a place on your calendar and what must be eliminated. Those who master life always put the big rocks on their schedule first. The most important goals, work that creates real results. Health, family, personal growth. Everything else has to fit into the remaining space. If there's no room, it's not important. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing today connected to who I want to become? If yes, do it with full force. If no, eliminate it without hesitation. Because even one small, meaningless task can steal 2 hours of your day, 730 hours a year, over a month and a half of your life gone without a trace. Remember, you don't lose a week all at once. You lose it 10 minutes at a time. You must learn to say no more often. Not because you're arrogant, but because you value your life. And when you master time, you feel a new kind of power. You're proactive. You have choice. You control the pace of your life. When you know how to invest every hour, every minute, success stops being luck and becomes inevitable logic. But even if you manage time perfectly, your effort will still be meaningless if one thing is missing: the energy to execute what's on your schedule. You can have a perfect plan, but if your body is tired, your mind foggy, you'll quit before you even begin. That's why, in Principle 4, we'll tap into the true fuel of endurance energy, the power that keeps you fighting every day. Principle 4. Gird your energy. You may have clear goals. You may have the right habits. You may have an optimized schedule. But if your body is exhausted and your mind drained, every discipline will collapse like a building without a foundation. I've met many people who worked tirelessly, full of determination, until their health started to decline. Suddenly, what once was easy became difficult. Their strong spirit turned heavy. A simple idea felt like a burden. And just from lacking energy, they lost the bright future once ahead of them. Because you can't pour water from an empty cup. You can't build discipline with a burned out body. You can't create when your mind is dark and tangled. I once had a friend ambitious, hardworking, willing to stay up until midnight every day. He thought he was saving time by cutting sleep, skipping meals, neglecting health. But in the end, he paid dearly. His body broke down, his mind crashed, and the entire project he pursued collapsed. He didn't lose time because he rested. He lost time because he didn't rest. I've always said the quality of your energy determines the quality of your life. Time without energy is just existence, not living. Treat your body like the tool that creates achievement, because good sleep gives you clarity in decision-making. Proper nutrition keeps you alert and focused. Regular movement releases energy and confidence. Don't treat health as something to care about when you have time. If your health stops, everything else stops with it. But energy doesn't come only from your body. It also comes from your mind and environment. Some people drain you just by being around them. Some activities exhaust your spirit. Some habits silently steal your energy. Comparing yourself, doubting yourself, paying attention to negativity, wasting emotions on things unworthy of them. That's why you must protect your mental energy as you would your greatest treasure. Choose an environment that lifts you up. Spend time on things that expand your soul. Channel your energy into what truly matters, what builds your life. And when your energy is protected, everything you do becomes stronger. Your thinking is faster. Your decisions are sharper. Your discipline is steadier. Your actions are more effective. But strong energy alone isn't enough. You must direct it to the right place. A powerful wheel spinning in the wrong direction still only makes you tired. Therefore, once you have abundant energy, the next thing you need is focus, the ability to channel all that power into a single point. That will be principle 5, the principle that turns scattered effort into laser-sharp impact. Principle 5, sharpen your focus. When you have energy but no focus, you scatter yourself in every direction and create no significant results. That's why so many people are always busy but never break through. They do so many things, but nothing ever truly gets finished. I've seen people full of talent and vitality, but they divide themselves into too many pieces. Each day they jump from task to task, starting a new project, then abandoning it, chasing another goal, then losing focus. They chase every opportunity and end up grasping none, not because they lack ability, but because their power is dispersed. Look at a beam of light. When it spreads out, it's only bright enough to light a room. But when you focus it, it becomes a laser that can cut through steel. Focus is turning light into a laser. It's channeling your mental power into what matters most. When I started my career, I was just as scattered as everyone else. I tried to do everything at once, sell multiple products, read dozens of books at the same time, join every meeting and every opportunity. The result, I was exhausted and nothing moved forward. Until I learned this: if you want to go faster, do fewer things, but do them better. One entrepreneur I coached fell into overload. His work increased, opportunities multiplied, and he wanted to grab them all. I told him, don't ask what else you can do. Ask, what must I eliminate right now? He began cutting tasks that added no value, cutting people who slowed him down, cutting projects with no future, and the moment he did less, he grew more. Because sometimes success doesn't come from what you add, but from what you remove. Ask yourself, what's distracting you every day? How many goals are you chasing at once? Are you giving your full energy to what truly matters? If you focus, you'll be amazed. 1 hour of deep work can outperform a whole day of scattered work. One clear goal can take you further than 10 vague ambitions. One single direction can open doors you've never seen before. Focus isn't about saying yes to the right thing. Focus is about saying no to 100 things that look right. When you protect your focus, every action hits harder. Every step carries deeper meaning. Every day becomes worthwhile. You'll stop living by other people's rhythm. You'll start living by the path you choose. But there's one more thing you need for true breakthrough. You must know how to look back. You must ask yourself, am I doing the right things? Are my efforts creating results? This week, where did I progress and where did I get stuck? Successful people don't just act. They review their actions, they adjust, they refine, they optimize. And that's why we need the final principle, one I believe most people ignore. Principle 6, reflection and adjustment. You can set clear goals. You can build disciplined habits. You can master your time and guard your energy. You can focus like a laser. But if you never pause to evaluate and adjust, you'll unknowingly drift off course a little more each day. And the scary truth is, just a small deviation over a year can take you to a completely different destination than you intended. I've told my students, never let a week pass without reviewing it, because hard work alone doesn't guarantee success. Working the right way does. I once met a veteran salesman who had delivered consistent results for 20 years. He shared his secret. Every Sunday, he spent 1 hour reviewing his week. What did I do well? What didn't work? What must I stop right now? What should I do more of next week? Just 1 hour a week, yet it kept him on course for 2 decades. Because success is built not only by action, but by intelligent adjustment. Imagine you're a captain at sea. You can't just set the rudder once and hope the wind and waves take you exactly where you want to go. You must constantly make small corrections, degree by degree. That's how every ship reaches its destination. Life is the same. Each week, you must ask yourself honestly, what am I investing effort in that brings no value? Am I progressing or just staying busy? Am I becoming the person I want to be? You can't change the past, but you can learn from it to master the future. The world is full of people who quit, not realizing they only needed a slight adjustment, a better habit, a clearer strategy, a wiser choice. One more day of consistency. Greatness doesn't come from perfection. It comes from the ability to correct faster than others. Think of your life as a song being recorded. You play a verse, then listen, then refine. And over time, each week brings you closer to your masterpiece. If you do that consistently, your goals won't be something you chase anymore. They'll start chasing you. Remember, this review makes results. Adjustment makes success. And that is the final principle that ties together the entire system you've learned today. You've mastered the full formula. Clarity points you in the right direction. Habits move you forward each day. Time management protects every precious minute. Energy fuels your momentum. Focus amplifies your power. Review and adjustment keep you on course to the end. This isn't theory. It's a formula that has helped millions transform their lives. And if you apply it consistently every day, the results will amaze even you. You and I have only one truly precious gift today. Use it wisely. If you found these principles valuable, don't just watch and forget, like, subscribe, and share them with the people you want to grow with. And before we end, I want to ask you one question. Which principle will you apply first? Today? Share it in the comments. I'll read them all. Don't let tomorrow be stolen by today's procrastination. Take action now. I'll see you in the next video.